Hello!
Yo, welcome.
Modern
Modern Mondays, season number 4.
We did it.
We're here.
You can see scrolling across over there. Chris Groza was our Season 3 champion.
He was.
So if you guys tuned in last week, you got to see all that live coverage that we did. We had all that extra content in there.
That's
with
true. Deck lists,
interviews, all kinds of good stuff. This week I'm going to chop all those up and include like the deck list image and all that stuff to put onto YouTube for you guys to enjoy. In case you just want to look at specific people's interviews, you can do that. So Wizards decided to release the ban list a week early.
Was it a week early?
I think so, because I think it's usually...
Is it like the middle of the month?
Well, I think it's when the set comes out in January. Like, I think it's right...
Oh. So is this considered an emergency?
I don't know.
I mean, it hasn't been an emergency for... because we got... The last one was all clear, It's
right.
Like, no, everything's fine.
Well, because I was thinking about it, it was like, I know we did this last year when we talked about the ban list, and we've done this throughout the years. We don't look at the ban list going up to it. But I thought it was always, like the week that the set's coming out.
I thought it was always pre-release.
Was it pre-release?
And pre-release is this weekend.
Okay, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's on time.
I mean, either way,
so
it's like media blackout.
There
was a couple scary moments for me throughout the workday. I'm like on my phone.
Oh, just doing your normal stuff.
Yeah, and I'm just like scrolling around, and then I forget for a moment that I'm on this. We're in that competitive group.
Yeah.
For the area, and then like I'm checking my Facebook, and I'm like, and then all of a sudden it says so and so posted something in the competitive, and I went, ah!
Oh no! Don't look.
And I'm like hitting the home button, but not looking at it because I don't want to ruin anything.
Yep.
So as soon as I saw that, I texted Nan, and I'm like, dude, don't look at it.
I completely forgot that it was happening today because, like I said, I thought it was like next week that it was going to be happening. But that was just me not paying attention, I guess, to dates. Could be the big part of it. And then so I was like, well, I popped on Twitter like once or twice to like do some retweets and things like that, but I was like, no, I can't even look at Twitter, and I had to go to like the DMV today and like do some of that stuff. So I was like,
gee, I wonder what I can do with the DMV.
I can't sit here on Twitter.
Resident sleeper right over here.
So we're gonna look at the ban list because we haven't yet.
Nan's got his infect deck in his hand. Like this is his love child. He's
nervous.
Worked really hard.
This guy right here. This is what I'm worried about. That's what I'm worried about. Delete it for Modern. Oh no. What does that mean? All right. Look at this.
Out. It's like let's not even talk about it. Let's just look. Oh. Okay. All right. Cool. You wanna put it up here so everyone can see it? All right. Hold on. Oh, that's a lot of cards that I saw. Oh,
well, this is just the normal.
Yeah,
Let's see.
okay.
Does it got like the most recent updates?
Why don't you just find the article?
Oh man,
just find the article. There you
4 hours ago.
There you go. 4 hours ago.
What?
Huh. Okay. All right. Let's. Wow.
What?
Wow.
Okay. So here we go, guys.
You ready? Let's talk about it. So, Emrakul, the Promised End in Standard, banned. Smuggler's Copter in Standard, banned. Reflector Mage in Standard, banned. Oh man.
I know.
Man, I was just gonna play that card. All right, let's move to Modern.
Oh, hold on, wait. Before we get to Modern,
all right.
Okay, like Emrakul and Smuggler's Copter were the two most played cards in Standard.
Well, yeah.
You have that red-green like Aetherworks where you just like here's a free Emrakul.
Yeah.
And you just that was part of it. They had the black-green Delirium decks and all that kind of stuff that also ran it. Smuggler Copter is an insane card. Like 2 mana, Looter Scooter, as the name came about. No more. We don't even need.
Why do we even make it if we're just going to ban it?
Why do we even... in regards to Looter Scooter biting the dust. Cool, we'll have to check that out. And then Reflector Mage, like, it seems like they look through the list and were like, okay, Reflector Mage has helped a little bit against some of the decks, but if we ban Emrakul and we're banning the Copter, can we really keep Reflector Mage? Will that make just blue-white too strong? Because blue-white Flash is a really strong deck.
You have to do that. But, like, I looked at it and I'm like, Reflector Mage, why? And then that thought popped into my head. Because otherwise
Flash.
I'm like, Collected Company was done.
Yeah,
like,
it shouldn't be so much of an issue,
time
right?
to get rid of Reflector Mage.
Oh,
sorry,
but you notice they don't touch anything of your new deck.
They don't.
Minus the Mage. And
yeah.
I was thinking Copter would be good in that deck too.
Yeah.
You know, looting it out. But
it's another creature,
right.
stuff like that.
Okay, so modern, real stuff that we're here for.
Here we are. Okay. Well, Gitaxian Probe, rip. What did you play? Like 2?
I played 3 in mine.
All right, you're gonna be
most
fine.
lists ran 4, but
you just put in more protection.
Yeah, I guess I can add in more of the.
You're just gonna have to get foil, whatever. Blossoming Defense.
I haven't.
Oh, see, you're fine. Yeah. See, like this is like you dodged a major bullet.
I know.
Here.
Well, okay. So Gitaxian Probe makes sense because that's the main fuel for Become Immense, and the main reason why Become Immense was so good was because you're able to just be like, all right, I'm going to pay 2 life, look at your hand, draw a card, and here's an extra thing to delve away.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of lists ran 4 of, both Infect and like Suicide Zoo was running Gitaxian Probes too. But it was also a list that was really crazy of those super quick kills. And like that's the problem with Become Immense. And I see that we dodged it this time. And I know people are going to shave down their numbers on it because you don't need to run 4 anymore.
You don't.
Because you don't have all that fuel. Golgari Drain Troll.
You did it, man. You got in there.
Hey, you
put
lived
up a
there
fight.
for, what was it, a year? Did we have him for a year?
Did
2
he come
years?
in when Pod got banned? Or was it...
It might have been.
Or was it after that? I remember I started paying attention to the banned list when Pod got banned.
Yeah.
You know, Birthing Pod, everyone was real upset about.
Oh, yeah.
I knew a couple people at the shop. They were
was,
really upset.
yeah.
They were like candlelight vigils
They were
for
real
Birthing
upset.
Pod.
The
That's
same
what
thing
it
happened
was.
with Twin as well. So
Hey. All right. First off, watch it.
Rip.
Okay. He was here for
A year. Okay, cool.
Yeah, rip. You know, rest in peace, dude.
Well,
If there was going to be something, I guess that's the one.
I mean, there are options you can still play Dredge, right? Because there's ways that you can dredge 5 away with, I think Stinkweed Imp is 5.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple others that you can do that are like 4 or something like that. But Grave Troll, if you sitting there going, turn 1, dredge 6, like, completely turn the deck around, especially with being able to Cathartic Reunion and be like, all right, here's my Grave Troll I'm going to get rid of. Oh, and then I'm immediately going to dredge 6 away.
Yep.
So, Thug is likely replacement. Okay. So, I think it makes sense based on the cards that are in Modern now for Golgari Grave Troll and how well they complement it and how well Dredge is doing. I still think Dredge is going to be a deck, and it's definitely going to be something that people are going to have to be worried about in the meta, and you're going to have to see more sideboard stuff that people have available to them to deal with it. But Gitaxian Probe, so we were also saw in chat people were talking about the kind of like the Suicide Blue deck or those sort of style decks.
Also relies heavily on that.
Also,
that probe to kind of fuel things up.
Yeah. The thing in the Ace decks are fun, and you can still make them work. It's just going to be a little bit slower.
Yeah.
So that
a little bit.
I like the Ascension in the Ice version, and it might be something
where you get to just shotgun everything.
Yeah, like you might have to do more of that style now. I don't know. Losing one card like that to the deck might not be as big of a deal to some of the other decks. I'm sure you can find other damage dealers for Suicide Zoo to deal to yourself. Infect's going to have to rework their decks again. I think that the Gitaxian Probe hurt Infect more than any other deck, though.
Good. Julia said it was the most powerful deck for a reason.
Yeah.
It got her to a top 8.
It did. I mean, it's a good card. Like, and we've heard about it before. It's like the Phyrexian mana is a tough thing to keep in Modern because it's so powerful.
Yeah.
For the cards that are actually like good, like Volt Scourge there, turn 1, here's 1/1 lifelinker kind of thing. With flying, it's pretty nice. We've got the Gitaxian Probe, draw a card, look at your opponent's hand. So there's some really strong Gitaxian style spells out there, and they're going by the wayside because they are super strong.
Very powerful.
Let me slide this over so we can see more. Notably, the trend of giving Storm a card just to ban one of their other ones alive and well. Yeah. So, like, the standard stuff, it's been a while since we've seen a standard ban. And I think a lot of people were calling for a ban before and were really worried about it. And then, like,
you guys remember Collected Company year?
Yeah, like, things came by, went, and, no ban for standard. And now we're seeing 3 cards get banned, which is really interesting about what is that going to do to the meta. And how everything is going to completely be reworked now.
What? We're ushering in the new twin.
Okay, that is
it
true.
was just in time.
That is true.
The cop is back.
He is back to police the format, guys.
He's just a little bit slower.
Just a little. You know what? You can pretty
go.
much turn 4.
Go ahead.
You might be able to consistently kill people in turn 4.
Please, by all means. If you have Saheeli Rays.
I'm wondering... you could probably play that in Modern, actually.
You probably could. We'll see. Okay, so can I tell you what was going to happen?
Yeah.
So we're in this group chat, right?
Uh-huh.
And Ben just immediately outbursts.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
We were trying to say, hey, don't give us anything.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
And, a little more fragile. And I'm like, oh, boy. Is it true? Is it happening?
Is Twin back?
Is Splinter Twin back? Like, they're just like, you know what? We're not going to ban anything.
We're just
going to be like, hey, this 4 mana enchantment. Just go ahead and bring that back.
Just don't slip it in there.
And he was like, effing what? And I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
It's happening. I can't wait for 6:30 because I'm just going to do a dance.
Oh,
I'm going to just blow the dust off of them. And I'll see you guys next week. But that didn't happen.
Did not happen. So,
no.
But you still get to play. That's your new standard deck you're going to try out. You're going to play
try
it
out. Yeah.
Because we're going to be trying to go.
Yo, hell
Woohoo!
shock, dude! Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, dude.
We've got some covered and stuff to go over, but we wanted to go over the ban list.
This was a very important ban list.
Yeah.
You got one of those cards in there. You might want to.
I got my promo ones too. My other foils are in my legacy deck.
Let's get some Bible Thump 7s in chat.
Oh.
Just give him the old salute to Gitaxian Probe.
Yep. I guess I gotta rework this.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to.
I know what you're gonna do. It's
January.
Cool.
Well, I mean, technically, I can still play them until the 20th.
Yeah.
So this week, but I think I'm just gonna take them out and start practicing without them.
Sure. I mean, why handicap yourself?
Well, because I actually signed up for regionals.
All right.
Because that's in Baltimore at the convention center.
Legacy.
Time to go play Legacy.
They seem fine.
So I got to start getting ready for that because that's in February, and then
regionals.
Yeah.
Modern.
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore.
Yep.
Okay.
And then the week after that is the team event. So.
Oh gosh.
I don't know.
It's gonna be a busy couple weeks.
It's gonna be busy. So I need to start getting because I'm gonna be playing Infect, and I got to rework the deck. So I got to really start figuring things out.
Serum Visions, it is.
Oh, I could do Serum Visions. It's slow.
Serum Visions, it is.
Maybe I'll try that tomorrow. I don't want to.
Don't do that.
I don't want to do that.
I mean, you already play a slower version. You know what? Never mind. We're not gonna But what you guys are really here for
it's actually some modern.
Is some modern
and it's the start of season 1.
It is.
Or season 4. The week 1 of season 4. Math is hard. So we've got that to be able to showcase to you guys tonight.
More blossoming.
I think I have to. We don't need to run 4 Become Immense. I'll probably run 2 again. Adjust my blossoming defense numbers. Sylvan's Crying. Definitely.
I think the one of is too much.
I think the one of is perfect right now, actually, because helps us out. Find some Ink Moss and Pendelhavens.
I hear Priest of Norn is pretty good. Oh no, I lost Gitaxian.
Oh,
I'm going to Bant.
Good time to go Bant.
I'm going to Bant. I got you, dude. If you play Steering Visions, you need to put Priest of Norn in your deck. I'm just saying. You're slowing it down that much, you might as well.
Might as well. Alright, so we've got some exciting rounds for you guys tonight. 5 rounds of coverage, like we normally do. We've got the official count of who's in the top 8 and stuff like that going into it, because that's something that we do every single week. Mm-hmm. So if this is your first time tuning in for Modern Magic Mondays, welcome. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We keep track of all of our players' point totals after 10 weeks of play. Then we determine who has the most points and make it into a top 8 invitational. We do interviews, deck techs, all that kind of good stuff. We're actually looking about doing more deck techs for Season 4, because I know people on YouTube have been asking about specific decks, and other people have been like, "Oh, where's this going on?"
You guys remember that first season where you went ham, and then after that it was just not so much? Yes, I do remember that. It's all timing, We're 2 busy gentlemen trying to get this done as well as life, and we have a blast doing it. So we are looking at doing some more deck techs. Actually, our table judge, in lieu of that, said he has some ideas. I haven't talked to him yet, so maybe we'll
see what he has to say.
Yeah,
sounds good. Well, speaking of our table judge, we have a couple people to thank before we get
you're right.
into everything. So we've got, of course, our patron donors out there, and one of them is our table judge extraordinaire, M&M, a.k.a. Dionysus Bacchus, who is over at Cork Street Taverns. And, of course, because he's at the high enough backer level, he does get to put a personal sponsorship up and has decided to use the place that he works, which works out great for us. And then we've also got Trip over at Comic Kung Fu, where we do all the recording of Modern Magic Mondays each and every week. And we've got 2 other people now. Oh,
wow.
Exciting.
Really?
I know. Matthew Manton, who you guys have heard him out before, he's not at the high enough back level to get a personal sponsorship, but does help donate each and every month to Modern Magic Mondays. And now, our newest patron donor, Season 3 champion, Chris Carrozza.
Wow.
He actually
nice guy.
is at the $10 level, so I owe him a game of Modern Magic Mondays, or of Magic the Gathering on MTGO. Because at the $10 backer level, we can do a video that we'll record up either of Modern or a draft. It's his choice.
Gotcha.
So,
that's cool.
If you donate at the $10 level, you do get access to that.
Nice.
Yeah, so just a little extra stuff that we like to try to do for all the guys out there. But we have some people that have felt the need to donate just regularly whenever they get a chance, a couple bucks. Maybe they can't do it every single month, but have been able to help show support for the stream. We've been able to get a new camera. We've been able to get stickers, awesome dice that show up really well on camera. They're not here this week because Dan was bad and
don't lose focus. We also have
the cool play mats
that we put up on stream that you do see. And also we put together a t-shirt, which the campaign ended last week.
Yes.
And it went pretty well, all things considered. I mean, it was our first we used Teespring to kind of help fund it. So if you've made a purchase of the t-shirt, it was like buying a t-shirt online.
Yeah.
And you printed your copy, but there was a campaign going to see if we could sell, I believe it was 30. And we ended up only selling, I think, 8 or 9, which is totally cool. It's the first t-shirt. But you'll see Nan and I wearing them because, I bought one. I had to. And just to kind of promote the stream. So if you guys are interested in t-shirts, by all means, shoot us a message. Let us know. This was kind of the litmus test to see, is it worth it? Is it not worth it? We're also looking at sweatshirts, if you're a sweatshirt person.
Yeah.
And, we're just trying to grow the stream. But to kind of piggyback off what Nan was saying, like, we couldn't do this without each and every one of you, especially the people that have tossed a couple bucks our way. So we always wanted to give them a shout out to them as well. So Drewski Brew,
Number 1.
dude, you are number 1. Thank you so much. We've got Atticus, Nan's cat, the mystery donor. I'm not.
There he is. Must be downstairs
counting
right now.
pennies right now. And then we also have Tatridamus, Lilogoif. I was told that we say that wrong. So Lilogoif. Lilogoif. Nate Hop 34, Bergleton, Stormdust 07, Badger 934, Strog Smash, and Weeaboo Wet Dream. Thank you guys so much.
You guys are awesome. So that's our normal stuff. Say our thank yous and everything like that. And then we've got coverage for y'all.
Let's do it.
So jump in round number 1 here.
Please.
Come on, you can do it. If I press the button.
Nice. Awesome. All right, so we got Ben Newton and Eric Ford. Oh. Video, please. Nice. Okay, we're there. Yeah, Ben Newton playing the Suicide Blue deck.
Yep.
This will be week number 1 of 2 that I'm sure you will see some Gitaxian probes.
Mm-hmm.
They're bugging me for my sideboard.
Truth.
And then we also have Eric Ford rocking the Hexproof / Boggles deck. I believe it's green-white. No blue in his deck.
No green, not rocking out the Bant style. But, because, like, in all honesty, the green-white version is the most consistent for Modern.
So they're going to shuffle up. This is week numero 1 of season number 4. So point totals are reset to 0, and we have everyone's in first place.
Everyone's at first place. Congratulations, you've showed up to play Modern Magic Mondays. You are now in first place. Good luck making it to the top 8. And we've run the numbers and sat there and talked a little bit about it. As long as you show up over those 10 weeks and at least go 3-2, you're pretty much guaranteeing yourself making it into the top 8. The way it's set up is 90 points, and that's if you go 3-2 every single week. 90 points after 10 weeks there puts you pretty much that like 2nd, 3rd, 4th place spot. So that's a pretty big deal. So if you come out and miss a few weeks, but you have a couple really good runs and be like, oh, I went 4-1, 5-0, you can easily be able to make top 8 too if you miss some weeks. So the big thing is being consistent. And if you're unable to be consistent, putting up good results.
Yeah. And if anyone is interested, if you come by the shop, if you're in this area within driving distance, I would say, we're in Winchester, Virginia, by all means stop by Tuesdays at 7 p.m. That's when we start the tournaments each week. And Nan and I are there getting everything set up, the cameras, the equipment, the play mat, just so we can have each match recorded, or at least a feature match recorded.
Yeah.
So definitely, look at that, a friendly handshake to start the game.
Nice.
What a way to start Season 4. And by all means, come on out, and hopefully you guys will get on camera.
Yeah, especially the first round, we always do a random poll. Roll a die, determine who gets to go on camera round 1 kind of thing. Just a way to keep it nice, fair, and even. Then we try to bounce around between the top couple spots about who gets to go on from then on the rest of the night here. And Ben's been on camera a couple times over the last few weeks playing out this new deck, which is a really fun deck.
Yeah, it's a really fun deck that in 2 weeks is going to be really, really... It's gonna hurt a little.
It's gonna hurt a little.
It's gonna hurt a little.
Oh. So Ben's saying, I think that Eric has given me the most handshakes of any player in recent memory.
Eric looks like he went to 6.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like here. And you do need to mulligan a little bit more with the Hexproof deck based on needing a creature to really make your deck work. And you got to be set up in a good spot where you have one creature you can get by with. You can function on 2 lands properly, but you really are in need of having that one solid creature to really make it work. And you gotta hope that it's a hexproof one and not like a Spirit Dancer to start with, because the Spirit Dancer is great, but it's pretty much the only creature in your list that is not hexproof.
Gropa kinda probe is broken. Yeah. Well, that's why we do this, because people are man. We got games going on here. Quit staring at your Gitaxian probes.
Listen, nothing's happening yet.
Eric's going to 17 off of Windswept Teeth.
You guys don't understand.
I just look over and he's just like holding all 4 of them, like, man, they're really gone. He gets a Temple Garden.
I remember when I used to play these.
They're not even gone yet. Here is a Glade Cover Scout.
Yeah, which is
1/1 with Hexproof.
Mm-hmm. Great one to bring out.
It's not the slipperiest of boggles, but
no, but it still does.
It is an elf.
Some work.
And Ben starts with a tap Steam Vents, passes back. Eric's gonna draw. Had to stick to 5 cards though, but it has a couple mana. Starts off with a Windswept Teeth, and looks like that is the Spider Umbra, equipped to the Glade Cover Scout, and he's gonna deal 2 damage to Ben. Looks like that is the red-blue Fastland from Kaladesh, and tosses down the old Thing in the Ice.
Good old Thing in the Ice.
A 0/4 defender with 4 ice counters on him. Now, something to note, if you all are new to Modern Magic Mondays, is we have this fantastic robot hanging out in chat.
Not only just giving out mana.
Not only giving out mana.
We've got a nice card database for you all.
We do. And all you have to do is say !card and the name of the card, and it'll give you the Oracle text of that card. So let's take a look at Thing in the Ice.
Fun card.
I'm sorry, it's very important to note he is a 0/4 horror.
Yes, the horror is actually relevant. In case you were all wondering. So all you guys that are big fans of those Spellskite, that is also a horror.
That's true. That's true. Eric's gonna tap.
Ethereal Armor coming down.
Ethereal Armor.
Gets +1/+1 for each enchantment you control.
Wow.
And then he's also got that Spider Umbra on there, giving it reach and totem armor and +1. So
I love a good Spider Umbra. That's not true. I hate spiders.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Serum Visions for Ben is gonna tick down those ice counters. Draw a card. Scry 2. Seems okay. Storm Count 1.
Storm Count 1.
That card is horrible. Yo, Charles. I see you, dude. And Manamorphose, creating, I'm going to say, a blue and red. Storm Count 2. Don't forget to tick down that horror. There it is.
Tick, tick, tick.
And that's what this Suicide Blue deck is trying to accomplish. Is, throw off a couple cheap cantrips. Get that Thing in the Ice. Oh, Teamer Battle Rage. Okay. It seems like he's ready.
Yeah, I mean, if you're casting Teamer Battle Rage...
Mutagenic Growth. Here we go.
Hey, that's a great Phyrexian card we still got.
It seems like that's what comes in this matchup.
Oh, gosh.
So we have the Awoken Horror, which is I think a 7/9?
7/9, but now it is a 9.
A 9/11.
With
double strike. And he's going to attack and say...
You dead.
Like, real dead, friend. Mutagenic. Yeah, that was fun.
That was something. I don't know if it was fun.
That is... always to be able to do this. And Valoran saying blue and red is the usual combo for that Manamorphose.
Oh, good to know.
Covers all your bases. Great Phyrexian card. I don't think those words should go together, Dan. So Ben's gonna get a quick match over Eric to start things off this season, and let's check out some sideboards.
Let's. Whose would you like to read off here?
You know what? I'm gonna let you read everyone that has a Gitaxian Probe in their deck.
Oh, that's so nice.
So
of
why
you.
don't you tell me what Ben's got?
All right, so Ben's rocking out a decent package that you would expect in this sort of list here. He's got 2 Dispel, 1 Stubborn Denial, 1 Twisted Image, 1 Vapor Snag, 1 Vendilion Click, 4 Ravenous Trap, 2 Bedlam Reveler, 2 Shattering Spree, 1 Relic. So we've got basically the graveyard hate that you would expect to see.
Yeah.
We've got some counter magic that's sitting here, a little bit of disruption that's set up in his board as well. As it stands, though, there's not much that he really needs for his sideboard. Like, the Vapor Snag does not work. Like, all this stuff's hexproof. This Graveyard Hate doesn't really matter. The counter stuff, like Dispel, only counters an instant. Stubborn Denial, do you really care about countering one of those enchantments? Not really. Twisted Image, not going to have an effect here. Click, maybe you could make the excuse for that, like if you want to keep, like, add something in if you feel like, oh, this is a complete dead card in his main, but really there's not much that he needs. So I've been talking too much about Ben while Eric's laying down his Glade Cover Scout again. What about Eric's board? I don't think he brought anything in, so...
I don't think so either. And looking at what he has there, I don't really see anything that's really going to affect this matchup in any way. You know, he's got some artifact, enchantment hate. He's got some protection against burn. Some of the battle cruiser decks for the Gaddock Teague, and then Infect. I mean, really, he doesn't have a whole lot here. So
Twisted and Denial came in.
Ethereal Armor is going to go on that Glade Cover Scout. He's going to take a damage from the Horizon Canopy. And swing in there. Here is a Polluted Delta for Ben.
Gonna end up losing 3, going to get himself a Steam Vent.
And he's fine. I mean, that's what seems to happen with this deck, is he ends up at a very low life total, and then just so happens to sneak in a kill.
Yeah.
So that Steam Vents is going to come in untapped. Taps 2. And here is the Killing Fiend.
Which is a fun card that you'll see in these kind of Suicide Blue list. One of the few creatures that the list runs. But because you're playing all these instant sorceries, he can get pretty big pretty quickly.
Sure.
Because every time you're casting one of those, he gets +3/+0.
Now, the thing about this Hexproof deck in this matchup that I don't like is you're cashing in on one creature like you are in Infect.
Yes.
So Eric is down on a little bit of protection because Ben already has 2 creatures that are going to get pumped up for each cantrip that's played.
Well, yeah, swings in, but doesn't really have any follow-up here. No extra creature to be able to block with. But we got to see last game that Ben doesn't really need that much setup to get going. He just can sit there and dump a bunch of cards and kill them in one turn. It is one of the few OTK style decks that are around for Modern, because a lot of the other decks are chip away slowly kind of thing, and then eventually you'll get like one big swing in. Where
sleight of hand.
Oh, okay. So here's basically saying triggers.
Storm
Prowess
count
trigger,
1.
yeah. Prowess trigger is going to go off. Fiend trigger going to go off.
Let's look at 2 cards. Choose one.
Mm-hmm.
Combat.
Swinging 6. Oh, here's my path.
Perfect. Right on time.
Here's my Apostle's Blessing.
Got him.
Go to 7. Yeah, that's the thing you'll notice too about this deck is a lot of the cards, like the pumps and the protections, like Apostle's Blessing, Mutagenics, those sort of things are the same sort of package that you'll see in an Infect deck. Oh, that's the 3rd trigger.
It's the same result.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
4th one.
As long as it doesn't pull a Nan.
+2. Yeah, right? Make sure you adjust for that Phyrexian life. Alright, so 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 off the Fiend.
Oh man. Phyrexian mana, fair and balanced.
Yeah, I mean, the Fiend was swinging in for 17 damage there, not including any of the prowess triggers on the Swift Spear. And there's the handshake on it. Like, yeah, I mean, you saw Eric like, yeah, I'll try to path it. Oh, you actually had the Apostles? Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, well,
yep, that's glad we did that. I mean, Eric did everything that he could to kind of try and quell what Ben was...
Spell well.
Yeah, but thank you. Words are hard sometimes. But I mean, that just goes to show you, like, when you go all in on one creature, and the creatures that are in that Suicide Blue deck are cheap. The Kiln Fiend, you know what I mean? The Monastery Swiss
all the
Spear.
creatures that are pretty much usually in the main board cost 2 or less.
Right. And require literally nothing to get bigger. Mm-hmm. Whereas on Eric's side, he needs to pay that mana. Instead of playing creatures, he's going to play enchantments on one creature and try to swing in. Mm-hmm. So you saw right there that Kiln Fiend was able to just go, cool. Hey, man.
Don't care.
You can block one of me, but you can't, you can block my guy right
damage.
Here. Here I come.
Yeah, and that, the Hexproof deck runs 12 creatures, technically 13 if you count the Dryad Arbor.
That's not a lot of creatures.
No.
It's a race.
I mean, it is very similar to Infect, but with Infect, you technically have 4 more creatures.
Whoa!
Hellshock!
Yo, Hellshock!
Thank you.
Holy moly. Blowing up the donation goal.
Yeah.
Dude.
We've reached our goal then.
That is sick. Thank you so much.
That's awesome. Glad you're liking the coverage tonight.
Dude.
Great way to start off season number 4.
Just like... That's sick, dude. Yo, Hellshock. I got one of these for you, dude.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
At least.
Every time, if you guys donate, if you do not have a sticker yet, we do provide you with a sticker. So Hellshock will make sure we get your info from you so we can send a sticker your way.
Thank you so much, dude.
So let's check out our points.
We do that.
Let's do that.
Check them out.
One of the normal things we do over here.
Season 2. Wow. Did you like that?
I did.
I was like,
oh
that?
Man, look how beautiful it looks.
It's not as harsh as the red.
The red is very
season.
in your face.
Yeah.
I like the change, though. I like
calm.
going from like the red, and now we're season 4. Okay, we'll calm it down a little bit.
I will get on Tuesday night.
Oh, sweet. Even better. We'll make sure we have some for Tuesday.
There you
go. So, not as many people to start the season out as some of the other week 1s of the season. But it was right around the holidays. It is January, right after the new year that we started up the recording for this. So, We wanted to bring out some cool coverage for you guys. But we have half of our players sitting there with 3 points, half of them sitting with no points. And then there's, the normal start that we'd expect to see. So let's go right into round 2.
Might as well.
I'm just going to keep moving through it here.
Chugging along here. Yo, nice roll, Charles.
Bum, 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 bum. Reset our timer.